Cowboy Carter did not deserve to win Album of the Year at this year's Grammys. It's not even a country album. That's the type of dumb stuff that y'all be saying. Let's talk about it. Like, first of all, the whole it's not a country album thing is very interesting to me. What is not country about it? Is it the black woman from Texas who went to the rodeo frequently when she was a little girl, the one with the twang? Or is it the banjos that not make the album country? Is it Dolly Parton, Linda Martell? Or is it Willie Nelson that makes the album not country? I feel like people's argument with this is that it's a crossover album, but let's go ahead and go through a couple of these. So Darius Rucker, obviously he's a country artist who has done crossover music with R&B. People still say that that's country. Morgan Wallen, I've never listened to him, nor will I ever, but people have said that he does like country rap. But people still consider that music, that song, that album a country song or album. Then we have Florida Georgia Line, who does country rap. Again, merging of the genres, but they're still considered country. The album is still considered country. The songs are considered country. Willie Nelson has also done rock and country, and no one had an issue with that. And then just for funsies, let's go ahead and look at some artists that are not country artists, but did country bodies of work. Joanne by Lady Gaga. A lot of people specifically said this was a country album, and that's why they didn't like it, because they weren't open to listening to country music at the time. Also, Post Malone, who is known as a rapper. His first album was rap. He had multiple rap albums, put out one country album just a year later, and everyone accepts that as country. Everyone sees him as a country artist now. He's welcome in country spaces. He has a whole bunch of new featured country artists on his album. Like, you can't make this up. The double standard is there. We also have Kid Rock Ew, who predominantly does rock music or like redneck music, but it's not country at all, really. It's mostly rock mixed with elements of rap and pop, but it is mostly technically rock music. He did have an album called Sweet Southern Sugar. That was also perceived as a country album and celebrated as such, so I don't understand how it's only a problem when Beyonce does it. Everyone else doesn't have a problem with people mixing genres or trying a different genre for an album, but for some reason it's an issue when Beyonce does it. And it's even more interesting to me because there are so many people that will start off like doing rock music or even start as a country artist, and then they start to do rap or hip hop. Like, that's happened so much and nobody has ever cared. And it's crazy because the people that are criticizing Cowboy Carter specifically are the same people that have probably never listened to any other genre outside of their own. Like, I'm talking about the people that listen to like Luke Combs and Chris Stapleton. Like, I'm pretty sure like y'all have never in your life picked up and listened to a Dolly Parton album. Like, I just feel like it's very apparent with that. Just because you listen to Brad Paisley doesn't make you more knowledgeable in country music. You know, like, new age country, and like, we love that for you, but no. Cowboy Carter is a country album that's mixed with rap, opera, rock, and pop all in one. It's basically a large body of work that is very intentional, just like with the interludes, with every like sample. Everything was very intentional, and it's just an amazing body of work. There is no Billie Eilish album on planet Earth that is ever shitting on a Beyonce album, and Billie will probably tell you that herself. Even Beyonce's quote-unquote worst album is still outdoing any Billie Eilish album. Not to mention the fact that the albums that were submitted by Billie and Taylor, we have seen them done before multiple times. Like, I don't understand. I don't get why people say that Billie or Taylor deserved it. I really don't get it. Everyone's like, no, she deserved it. What makes y'all think she deserved it? Because she's your favorite artist? Billie lost 6 other nominations, so I don't understand why they're only coming for Beyonce. Nobody is even looking at Sabrina Carpenter, mind you, but they have all the smoke for Beyonce and Beyonce only. As if Billie didn't lose like 6 other awards. Why are y'all not going after them in those categories? I wonder what it is. And it's like, I've even seen people go as far as to say that Billie is more talented than Beyonce, and that is where I draw the line, and that just lets me know that like people are not actual music fans. Like, they do not listen to music that's even before the 90s. They don't listen to music that is outside of pop music or outside of their fave, or within the realm near their fave. Like, it's clearly obvious, because nobody in their right mind that likes music or loves music would say in a million years that Billie is more talented than Beyonce. And a lot of people were trying to say, like, Billie is snubbed, like, look, you guys made her cry, blah, blah, blah. Imagine how we as black people feel, especially Beyonce. She's lost this award for 25 years straight. Okay, let's get a grip. There's people in other communities that win stuff all the time that they do not deserve, okay? Let's be serious. And then a lot of people were saying that she only got it because of Jay-Z or whatever, and that's like the dumbest thing ever because first of all, members of the committee have spoken out. Like people that actually voted for Cowboy Carter have actually came out and spoken out. It's not like a conspiracy theory of like, oh, the Grammys did this and this. Like, no, they all voted and they all hang out with each other. Like the Grammy committee is not just random people on the street. It's people that are in the music business and do this for work on a regular basis. They know what they're talking about. But Adele went ahead and spoke up, and no one had any problem with that. No one had anything to say. But as soon as Jay-Z speaks up, it's a problem. When you compare Cowboy Carter to the other albums in that category, it would be silly and also baffling to try to say that any of those other albums are as important or impactful as Beyonce's or even good. Like the singing is not better from the other albums. The lyricism is not better. The production is not better. The songs are not better. The experience is not better. Cowboy Carter is an experience. It's not just like a little album people are going to forget in a couple of years. It's not an album that is like super famous on TikTok and trendy right now. It is a experience. It is a body of work, and you can tell how extremely detailed every single person was that was a part of that album. The album was not thrown together on a whim, and the music is actually good. Whoopi Goldberg even brought up the whole argument that people are trying to do, like Frank Sinatra has this many Grammys and Beyonce has this. That's so unfair. Newsflash, like the Grammys have been a thing since before you were born, probably. Like there was only a couple of categories back in the day, and as time goes on, they add more categories. So that's just a dumb comparison to make. So yeah, I'm trying to think of what argument that Cowboy Carter is not deserving irritates me the most. And like the country one is crazy. Like so many real country fans are out here doing this and that, and it's just so dumb. And it's only the country community that does this. When Dolly Parton put out a rock album, people were welcoming her with open arms. It quite literally is only the country community that doesn't like it when a certain skin color tries to make a country album. It's just the dumbest thing ever. Why don't you be happy that Beyonce is putting country back on the spot? Or like, I don't know. It's just mind-boggling. So yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments below.